It's time to end the world with a harem. Woo-hoo.
Turn it up, throw down your motherfucking door.
Hey guys, what is up? Otaku Mike here, and today we are looking at the spin-off, I guess, series, or somewhat related to, we are looking at today World's End Harem, Fantasia Volume 1. That's right, the famous World's End Harem manga got a spin-off, kind of another series, because it was so popular. Oh boy, have I been looking forward to reading this one. If you guys know, check out my review of World's End Harem. I did it a long time ago. I really enjoy that series. And this is basically World's End Harem in a fantasy setting. Our story starts out, it is the year, what year was it? 998 of the Holy Era. A darkness has engulfed the kingdom, basically, and they have to look for the promised maiden to basically save us from the darkness. From the darkness. Save us from the darkness. Then we zip off to a corner of the world where we meet our main protagonist. His name is Ark, and he is the heir to the, how do I say this, Nagara family. He's kind of a wimp. He's not very good at sword fighting. He doesn't really like fighting. He doesn't really even like people that much. He is the heir to the throne of this little country, or whatever you want to call it. Nobody really likes him. He's he is a wimp. He gets made fun of a lot by the other families that are around in the area. He's 15 years old. He's about to be 16. In a year, he's about to be 16. They're having this big dinner with another family. I don't remember what the family's called. They have a name, but that name's not really important. He meets his longtime friend, Ariel. She is the daughter of this family. And she's like, oh, I haven't seen you for several years, or for a couple years, I believe it is. He's like, yeah, I haven't seen you either. And she talks about how she has been arranged to be married to the crown prince, the person who rules over the kingdom. And he's like, what? Oh no! Like, when is this gonna happen? When does this happen, you know? And she kind of goes off, and, you know, she has to go do stuff. And later on, the families basically give him an insignia ring, and they're basically like, you're going to be the heir to this family one day, and, you know, you have to pick a bride. And he picks Ariel because he really likes Ariel and cares for her. And they're like, no, you're not gonna do that. Because she's already spoken for. And he's like, no, this is what I really want. Then they're like, no, nix that. They don't really like that. And they basically laugh it off. I'm like, no, no way, Jose. And later on, he finds out that she actually has feelings for him. And they try to run off together. That does not work out so well for him. She gets taken away, and he just has nobody. He's alone. Little does he know that a beautiful dark elf sorceress comes to him, and she's like, you have a special power. Yes, that is right. If you train for 1 year, you can have, or you can basically be powerful enough to have the person that basically you're going to marry or love. You have to do like 3 things, I believe it is. 1, you have to eat the livers to chickens, cows, and pigs. He has to build a structure, like a statue structure, or whatever. That's the last step. But the second step, he can't. How should I put this? Our boy, he can't nut for an entire year. That's right. He can't get his jimmies off for an entire year, which is really hard for him. But he does it anyways. For an entire year, he becomes stronger, faster, and actually really good with the sword. And he goes to the Dark Elf, I forgot what her name was. Her name is Lati. I believe her name is. And they perform this crazy ritual, and he becomes a black dragon. And it turns out his blood, our homeboy's blood, can seduce anybody he wants. He just has to give him his blood. That is a little creepy, just saying. And that's kind of where the book ends off. There's more to this book, but I didn't want to really spoil it for anybody. This book is pretty interesting. It's, if you read Worlds in Harem, you've read kind of read this before. The artwork is actually pretty well done. There are some really nice action scenes in this book. Let me see if I can flip to an action scene. There are surprisingly a couple of action scenes within the first volume. They're very well done. There isn't that much etchiness in the main part of this story, but there is a little bit at the beginning and quite a bit at the last chapter. I enjoyed this read. I thought it was fun. I didn't like the main character at first, because I honestly thought he was a wimp, and I just wasn't all about that, you know. He was very milquetoast, very like, oh no, I don't want to pick up a sword type of thing. But he does become stronger. He becomes more confident. You do see quite a bit of character growth within this first volume alone. You get to meet a lot of different interesting characters in this first volume. There is a lot of intrigue and stuff like that within the volume. I mean, there's a lot of, like, you know, conspiring against the different houses within the kingdom and whatnot. I don't exactly know where this is going to go. Probably with him being king, I don't know. I know there's a bad guy he has to defeat. I just don't. They haven't really shown him in the first book. But he's got the power to basically build his own harem. I don't know what he's going to do with his harem, because he only really likes the one girl, Ariel. So that'll be interesting to see if he actually gets the girl. Which I don't know if that's going to happen. But this book was a fun read. If you're interested in checking out the Worlds in Harem series and you like fantasy, this one isn't bad. You get a lot of fantasy creatures and a lot of fighting and sword fighting and stuff like that, and magic, and it's pretty well done. And there's a lot of boobies. There's a lot of boobies in this. Yeah. There's some parts where I was like, oh, okay, that happened. Oh, we're going this way? Okay, let's do it. You know, but I mean, literally nothing too that much can shock me, because I have read the other series to this series, but you don't have to read the other series to read this series. This series is basically standalone. But I mean, it's pretty interesting. It kept me intrigued to see where things are going to go in the future. I don't know, like, I mean, how long this book is going to run for, and if he is going to get the girl of his dreams. We'll have to see. But the whole blood thing, that was pretty interesting, and I wasn't expecting that. So we'll have to see where things go from here. But yeah, Volume 1 is a solid manga, and I can't wait to check out the rest. I like this cover. I like the matte finish of this. But yeah, I'm Otaku Mike. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.